Well, guys, here we are after that debacle last night out in Seattle. Yeah, it's the first time in 9 games that it's not Victory Monday, and we're not going to be drinking any victory ale. I'm going to tell you, we're still 10-2 though, and we're tied for the best record in the NFL. Eagles Elvis is absolutely pissed, and before I go anywhere else, I got one thing to say. F*** you, Star-Lord. That's right, Chris Pratt. I don't give a crap about you and your 12-man flag raising before the game. As a matter of fact, I'm not watching your movies anymore. That's it. Done. Till the next one comes out, and then I'll watch it. I mean, really, last night, that game, we made a lot of bad decisions. We did not play well at all. There were some things that were highly questionable, and I'm just going to run right through them real quick. Doug Pederson, what are you doing? 4th and short, man. 4th and 1, 4th in the first half, twice. And you didn't go for it. Why are we changing the way we play all of a sudden? Because we're in Seattle and on the road? Come on, man. You took chances all season long, and now all of a sudden you're not going to take chances? Let's go, Doug. Get it together, man. You can't play scared like that. You've been taking risks the whole time. Keep doing it. The referees, absolutely horrid. Again, I don't understand why we keep getting these guys. Well, or is it just that the the referees in the NFL are bad all across the board? Because that was a debacle. I still don't know how Ronald Darby is being called for interference on 2 plays. What? That was insane. No help from the referees. So not only are we playing in Seattle, we're playing the referees. It's unbelievable. And Doug, why? I can't. I can't. I got no words right now. Why did you not throw a challenge flag on that illegal forward pass? That changes the whole dynamic right there. It gives us the momentum back. You never know. We might win that game then. You never know. Well, let's hope, Doug, that your play calling and the way you ran that and managed that game yesterday is the anomaly and not the norm. Let's just hope that, all right, as we move forward here. Because, again, guys, it's just one game. One loss. And we are still in first place. We're 10-2. One more win, we win the NFC East. Yes, we want home field advantage, but first things first, let's get in the playoffs. And I think coming up, a game against the Rams, I think we can do it. Our offense yesterday, we had 427 total yards. Wentz threw for over 300, but there was a reason for that. We were behind, and we had to pass more often. He did make some phenomenal plays in the second half. It does show you the special ability of this kid, Wentz. But he did miss some wide open guys in the first half. I mean, they were wide open. And if he would have hit those guys, the game probably and would have been different. We'd have been on the winning end probably. Or at least it would have been a tie game going into the second half and near the end of the game. Wentz did throw for 1 touchdown, 1 interception. The Carson Wentz fumble on the 1 killed us. If we score right there, it's a totally different game. That right there saved Seattle's night. Our running game was non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. Now, you got to give credit to the Seahawks and how they played, their defense. Their defense shut us down and kicked our butt up and down the field. Yeah, they did. And you got to give them credit for that. They came out ready to play, fired up. They had the fans behind them, and they essentially shut us down. Wentz was under pressure every snap. Our offensive line was not getting a push off the ball. Their defensive line was in our backfield a lot of the evening, and it showed. It showed. We couldn't do anything. The one thing in the offense that's going to get lost in this loss to Seattle is Aguilar had a career day. He did an excellent job. We had that miracle play. Wentz falling down. He throws the ball downfield 50 yards, and then 2 plays later, it's a touchdown. It's Aguilar in the corner of the end zone. So Aguilar did have a nice day, but again, we didn't win, so it really isn't a factor. Ertz, non-existent. Zach Ertz was non-existent. He didn't do anything, and obviously he got hurt. When we hope he's okay. We hope to have him back for next week's game against the Rams. But I'll keep an eye on the internet and find out how he's doing. Make sure, and hopefully we'll have him for that game against the Rams coming up in LA. Our offensive line was kind of shaky last night. They weren't getting the usual push off the ball. They weren't dominating like they normally do. They were having a tough time with the Seahawks and their linebackers. They were blitzing a lot, and we really didn't handle it the way we should have. And what we need to do is we need to do a better job up front right there. And hopefully we'll make those adjustments next week against the Rams. I don't think the Rams are as aggressive or their front four is as good as what we saw last night in Seattle. Schwartz, that 0 blitz on that 3rd and 10, your MO is to just send 4. Now all of a sudden you're going to change your MO up and just send everybody? our defensive backs got exposed right there. And they got exposed for most of the night, really. We couldn't stop them. We couldn't get them off the field on 3rd and longs. We just couldn't do it. And they would just march down the field, put points up on the board, and keep putting pressure on us. So we need to tighten that down a little bit. You know, you've done such a great job this year, Schwartz, with your defensive play calling. I really can't complain. We're going to make some bad decisions and some bad plays here and there. But last night, it really cost us. It just did. The next game, we traveled to LA to play the Rams. And yes, the Rams are playing well. But I think we can beat this team on the road in LA. Goff is no Russell Wilson. He can't move as fast as he can. He can't move around. He's not going to make plays like Russell Wilson. But we've got to put pressure on him, and we've got to get to him quick. They do have some key position players. They do have some key offensive players, skill players, that can really hurt us. So our defensive backs, they got to lock it down this week and make sure that they're playing and they got the coverages right. Otherwise, it's going to be another long game for us, and we're going to come home with 2 straight losses. So we need to go into LA. We need to lock it up. We need to make sure that we're making good decisions, and we need to execute. Execute, execute. We didn't execute last night. That's what killed us. We missed wide open receivers. We weren't blocking. Our offensive line play was terrible. I mean, everything across the board was not good last night. The Seahawks dominated us from the get-go, and they kicked our butt. Hey, but you know what? I think we kind of needed that. We needed to have our butts kicked. We were getting a little cocky, just a little. It was fun, and it is fun. It's still fun, and we're still in first place. But we need to just take a step back, reevaluate, and move forward confidently. Yes, we're still a great team. Chris Carter said it today. We're still one of the best in the NFC. Do not panic, guys. We are still going to win. I saw people in Philadelphia today. They want Pederson fired for his decisions. They want, everything changed. No, we're doing fine. One bad game, okay? It's hard to win 15-1 in a season. It really is. It's hard to win 10 games in the NFL, okay? And we've done that already. So just hang tight, guys. We're going to be okay. We've got some games coming up that most definitely we're going to win. All right, we have the Raiders at home, and we have the Giants on the road. We should win both of those games. And this week in LA, we should win that game. I really think we should. So don't panic. Stay in there, and just keep the faith, people. Keep the faith. On any given Sunday, and this Sunday, we just didn't have it. We just didn't have it. The Seahawks had it, and they kicked our butts. So this is what we do. We right the ship. We go to LA, we win that game, we come home as NFC East champs. We go in, we beat the Giants and the Raiders, which may give us that first round bye and home field advantage. We just got to keep playing our game. That's it. That's all we got to do. We get the things that we didn't do correctly this week, we fix those, and then we come out and we play a good, hard, solid game. Guys, that game last night, 1 or 2 plays, and we're right there. We're in the game. We've got 24 points on the board. Wentz's fumble, right? Killed us on the 1. And also Alshon's holding call on the goal line, that hurt us as well. So we get those things straightened out, and of course the refs didn't help, but we get those things straightened out, guys. Next week we're going to be NFC East champs. I'm calling it. I'll see you guys next week. You know what it is. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Keep the faith, people. This is our year.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!